This is pure anti-Semitism. Exponential rise of anti-Semitism and anti-Semitic attacks. We have to stop anti-Semitism.
So what happens now? Does Israel slam the Lancet as anti-Semitic? Because the Lancet has estimated that the murder toll in Gaza could be 186,000 people. 186,000 human beings. The population in Gaza is at least half made up of children, 2 million people. The Lancet is an extremely highly regarded medical journal. It's peer-reviewed, and there's some research they've conducted which suggests that on the current trend, there are estimated almost 38,000 people being killed, murdered in Gaza that we know about. If we assume that 4 people per 1 person that has already been killed, if we take that figure according to the Lancet, according to Israel's murder trajectory, we could reach a figure of 186,000 people. This is a conservative estimate. It could be that there's more than 4 people that will be killed and die as a result of Israel's war. The Lancet has taken into account factors including disease, famine, displacement, lack of shelter, lack of food, lack of water, lack of medical supplies, a lack of being able to move to a safe place. All of these factors have played a role in this paper published by the Lancet, and they have suggested that 186,000 could be the figure, the death toll, the murder, the body count that Israel reaches in Gaza. This research is also based on recent conflicts around the world and how that played out. And again, the Lancet is a very credible organization. So, is Israel about to just decry the Lancet as anti-Semitic? Probably. It's done it to the UN, to the international courts. It's done it to everything that has dared to criticize Israel, the arrest warrants on Benjamin Netanyahu and others.
Anti-Semitic mobs, there's an anti-Semitic surge here, exponential rise of anti-Semitism, and anti-Semitic attacks. We have to stop anti-Semitism. Stop anti-Semitism.
It's all been described as anti-Semitic. All of the credible organizations that are highlighting what Israel is doing. We also need to remember there are thousands, possibly tens of thousands of people in Gaza murdered by Israeli bombs that are still buried under the rubble. Now, the figure from the Lancet could represent almost 8% of Gaza's population. Israel, if it carries on this path, if it carries on this trajectory, could have murdered 8% of Gaza's population. Now, these people are illegally occupied, controlled by land, sea, and air. We all know the dynamics around this, but the only thing sickening, really, more than Israel's actions from Netanyahu and his war criminal cabinet, is the ongoing, unquestionable, unconditional support from the United Kingdom, the US, and Israel's other allies. Now, Joe Biden is seeking another term in November. We can see the billions and billions, if not more, of dollars that the US and Congress have signed over to Israel. Billions of dollars, unlimited diplomatic support, and of course all the weapons. Now in the UK the situation is the same, of course. Rishi Sunak, who's just had to leave office, he's been replaced by Keir Starmer. Keir Starmer made clear in 2020 that his support for Zionism is basically unconditional. He said that from the get-go. Keir Starmer has made very clear that he's a friend, that he's close to the security apparatus, the deep state of the United Kingdom. So this situation will continue, but the Lancet is just the latest credible organization to highlight the disastrous impact of what Israel is inflicting on the Palestinian people. Genocide, ethnic cleansing. Israel has made very clear its intentions to just genocide the Palestinian people, to just get rid of every single Palestinian, to turn Gaza into a beachfront resort, to push the Palestinian refugees anywhere, into the desert, into the sea. Doesn't matter. They're not human beings. They're less than human beings. One thing they always say is that the death toll, the figures, the murder toll, we should call it, from Gaza, because it's from the Gazan Health Ministry, somehow it's not credible. Every credible organization in the world takes the Gazan Health Ministry, the Palestinian Authorities' figures seriously. So there's no argument, there's nowhere for Israel to run with this. Israel has blood on its hands. Netanyahu and his criminal war cabinet have blood on their hands. All of our leaders that support Netanyahu have blood on their hands.